Well, team, I can't believe we're all gathered here together again. It's so wonderful to see you all.
It's great to see you too, actually.
And with great news. Now, did this come about just because of a call from Andre? Can you fill me in how it's come about?
Absolutely, yes. An invitation to appear on his tour. Very unexpected because his concerts were already on sale, as you probably know. And he was just about to announce the second shows and asked us to come on them, and we are.
It's a huge compliment. And I was saying earlier today, I think it's just the absolute, ultimate in a professional musical compliment to, first of all, our music, because he wanted to put the music into the show, especially Bruce's I'm Australian, which he mentions, and our other hits. And then, of course, then the follow-up was, well, why wouldn't you guys come and do it all? And it's just a knockout.
Really? I think it's a very good fit, Angela, because I think our audience, and I'm sure there's legions of Seekers fans still out there, that will get a double treat with this one.
You mentioned I Am Australian, Bruce, your fabulous song. Now, is that the one Alan Jones sang with Andre?
I heard about this. Alan half spoke and half sang it, I think. I don't know how it came about, but Andre liked the song, and that was the connection, I guess. Yeah.
We've never had an opportunity to perform it with an orchestra on stage, though, before. This is the first tour we've ever done in 4 or 5 decades or whatever, with an orchestral backing, with the Johann Strauss Orchestra, of course. So it's a big thrill for us, and I think a lot of emotion will be felt on the night.
And musically, how do you think your songs will sound with that going on?
Oh, great. Better ask the 12-string guitarist out there with his input.
No, we've recorded with the orchestra, of course, but never toured, as Judith said, and it's going to be a very emotional time, because we'll be singing all the hits, plus I'm Australian. Carnival is Over, World of Our Own, I'll Never Find Another You, Morningtown Ride, all those, and of course quite a few of those featured orchestra in the recording. So now to do it on stage, it's going to be great.
I think they do lend themselves, don't they, to lovely orchestral arrangements. It's just that because we're one of those bands that just steps up and does it. We never worry too much about it on stage.
Is that what you're going to do? Just step up and do it, or are you guys going to get together beforehand?
Of course, rehearse.
Yeah, I think the day before we've scheduled.
So half an hour.
Half an hour.
We'll be rehearsing what we're wearing.
No,
this is a very extravagant show, so we've been asked to go to Europe just to rehearse. So there'll be a lot of special touches, as indeed Andre Rieu is famous for, that his shows just go to another level for people who really want an uplifting night and to see spectacular things.
Where are you going to be rehearsing in Europe?
We don't know yet, but we think it's in Andre's own studio in Maastricht.
Yeah, in Maastricht. Maastricht is where his studio is in Holland, and he's got a huge studio that takes the whole orchestra as well. So I guess we'll fit in as well.
It's amazing.
So I have to compete with 4 bass players.
No,
I don't. I don't know how many bass players he's got.
He won't be short of rosin, will he? I mean,
which one's playing in tune?
Well, do you think the language will be a barrier, or is music that universal language?
Andre speaks very, very good English, and music is universal, as you say. I mean, so many of our fans, through the years, they've told us that, they don't even speak English. The first record they might have bought was a Seekers record, and that English wasn't their language. So there's just something that comes through on a different level when you've got beautiful songs like we have.
But the Dutch are famous for speaking English as almost their second language anyway.
But we would have had, I don't know really, but I know through Scandinavia and right through Europe, our songs were as big there as just about anywhere else. Just we never got the chance to really tour right around.
In fact, my partner Marketta's from the Czech Republic. When she first saw our show, she heard a song called Love Is Kind, which I wrote, but she knew it in the Czech language.
Wow.
Yeah. It was very famous over there, apparently.
We, of course, hear all about your records in those ultra big markets of the United States and the United Kingdom, because you were the first Australians to go to #1 in both those places. Do you still look back, Australians still struggle to get to that point, to those points on the charts. Do you still look back with a little bit of a good warm feeling about those days?
More and more.
And those records?
Absolutely. More as gee whiz. You look at how you've got to struggle to get there today. You've got to be manufactured, you've got to be involved with corporate entities, you've got to be controlled. Whereas we just jumped on a boat and went there and opened our mouths and sang for everybody.
We've only just found out this week that we're number 6 in the top 20 of all the hit singles in the 60s in the UK. So it's like Beatles, 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 Ken Dodd, Beatles, The Seekers, Beatles, and then it goes down to Elvis and Rolling Stones. So number 6, we're just stunned.
Goes down to Elvis and Rolling.
Yes, exactly. That's right.
That's pretty nice, isn't
Isn't
it?
it lovely? Yeah. So that's the carnival is over, of course, the magic song of all time. Yeah.
You can't ever tire of singing these songs. I mean, you're not on tour all the time, so I suppose there's that nice thing of getting back together. How long since you last toured
6
together?
years.
6 years.
Yeah.
So you don't tire of getting together and singing these fantastic
Well,
songs.
Not on
6
this
years.
basis.
No, it's
But even when we did a lot of concerts together, I mean, every night's just a new night. I mean, but that's a tribute to the music that we grew up with, learnt together, and the hits that were written for us. I mean, they're as fresh as ever. Every night is a fresh night.
As you say, today bands are auditioned for and put together. The Spice Girls famously, they got an audition together and they find voices that meld and all of that. It's pure luck that these lovely voices of yours all match together, isn't it? Because there's no forward planning like that going on.
No, you couldn't manufacture what happened to us at any stage of all the beautiful things that have happened to us, and not the least of which is this moment now. It comes to us for whatever reason.
Yes, it feels like destiny, really, that we were just meant to be. And as we've often said, you know, if you wanted to put a group together and you were auditioning people, it's very unlikely that you would choose the sounds of each of our voices.
Yeah,
But there's this
true.
magic blend. I mean,
Yes.
you wouldn't, would you?
No.
You'd try and hear voices that all sounded the same, but we all actually sound very different.
Yes,
But
yes.
somehow it all just blends like it does. Yeah, it's a really remarkable thing. Andre Rieu, of course, is a bit of a talent spotter. You know, he took somebody from Brisbane over to his show, didn't he? The opera singer.
He did.
We've heard this wonderful story, so we're looking forward to hearing her. Yeah, it'll be great.
So if Andre said to you, "Okay, we've done Australia now, come off with me on an adventure around the world," how would that fit in with you, Judith?
Oh,
I think
goodness.
I could clear a couple of weekends.
We have all had to put projects on hold, though, of course.
just to do this.
I was just going to say, you guys aren't sitting around home knitting when you're not on the road, are you?
No, well,
No,
Bruce is.
I am. The rest aren't.
How's my scarf going,
No,
Bruce?
it's good. Melbourne
I
football.
dabble in scrapbooking, but
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah, no, we're all very busy,
Yeah.
actually. I mean, Keith's just had his 3rd album out, and Athel's doing motivational.